yesterday to write notes. Can't hear Lauren.
Hi.
Here.
Hi. Hi, hi. Hi.
No, the pad's better because they all. Invitational, sponsored by the APTA national sponsors Viking and Uline. We are live from the Indian Trail Club in Franklin Lakes, New Jersey, on the APTA network presented by eNet Live. I'm Jerry Viant, joined by my friend Lauren Mandel. Morning, Lauren.
Good morning, Jerry.
And we are about to see the women's final between the number 3 seeds, Anna Brzova and Roxy Annika, and the number 2 seeds, Kerry Delmonico and Lauren Gebbia. And Anna Brzova is the head platform tennis professional here at the Indian Trail Club, and her partner, Roxy Annika, is the director of rackets at the Western Field Club in Connecticut. Kerry Delmonico is a sales rep, and Lauren Gebbia is the director of racket sports at the Hackensack Golf Club. So, Lauren, let's talk a little bit about the players.
Okay, well, they're warming up with
Morning,
opposite
ladies and
partners
gentlemen,
because they're
and
taking
welcome
serves
to
on
the
their sides.
2019
Just let
Lake
Mark Bliss, our
Invitational,
umpire, do the intro.
an APTA Grand Prix event for both men and women. This is the women's final, featuring to my left from Summit, New Jersey, they've switched, excuse me. Carrie Delmonico, her partner, Lauren Gebbia, and the team of Roxy Enica from Coscob, Connecticut, and Anna Brzova from Franklin Lakes. Brzova Enica won the spin and elected to receive. This is a match at best 2 of 3 tie-break sets with a 7-game ball rotation.
All right, so upset
Annika,
yesterday.
3 minutes. Anybody needs to go,
Brzova,
go now,
Annika
please.
took out the number 1 seeds, Dardis and Shea. It was 6-4-7-5, and Guillaume Molinville, Delmonico Gebbia defeated Guillaume Molinville, the number 4 seed. So, Lauren, let's talk about the Viking keys to success that these teams
Sure, it's all right.
need to
No,
produce
I
today.
went
So,
over.
keys for winning for Brzova and Annika is stay
fall out of
calm
here.
at the net. So
That would hurt.
Brzova was a little bit jumpy yesterday. She missed some volleys and deal with the warm weather. Roxy Annika, felt that it's warm, so a lot of her drives were flying and her spins were flying. So she needs to calibrate that. And they both need to serve well because Lauren Gebbia's return of serve with Delmonico blitzing behind it is going to be a good point ending strategy for them. And then Delmonico Gebbia is control Roxy's drive. They don't want to see Roxy's drive. She's got the big ground strokes on that team and blitzing off of the returner serve. Delmonico, you'll see her sneaking in the court and really just rushing the net behind Gebbia's huge returner serve. And no free points. So sometimes it takes Delmonico Gebbia a while to get into the match, so they want to start strongly.
Yep. I think that both teams have to really stick to the basics here. And like you said, if Roxy doesn't give away any free points with too much razzle-dazzle and Gebbia Delmonico don't make any errors, it's going to be a very
Barry, wait for
high-quality
me.
match.
Another minute or so.
Delmonico and Gebbia are serving. Delmonico's
Good to
wearing
go.
the pink visor, and Gebbia's wearing the blue visor. On the other
Players
side,
ready?
Anna Brzova's got the
Is
white visor.
Delmonico to serve. Ready, play.
All right, Delmonico serving. Big returner serve off the deck.
Love 15.
So, Lauren, I really think, the conditions will be a factor. The sun is going to be in Annika Brzova's
15
eyes
all.
on this end. And the temperature is quite warm, so the ball is flying a little bit. It's going to be sitting up high, which will suit Brzova's
15,
shots off the
30.
deck because she likes to take that ball shoulder height and hit down.
$15, $40.
That's the kind of point, obviously, Brzova Annika would like to play. They don't want to let Gebbia Delmonico get in the point. They want to take control right away. And there you see the contrasting overheads. Gebbia likes to whack her overheads, and Delmonico likes to take the pace off.
Yeah, if
Game
Gebbia's hitting the
Brzova,
overhead,
Annika.
because of her grip, she tends to hit that
leave
ball
one game
flat
to love,
down.
first
So
set.
if they can get her to hit that type of overhead when she's out of the service box, it's going to set up the blitz play. And both Annika and Brzova love to blitz. Brzova more so. So there's the first break. Brzova. Roxy Annika is going to serve first for their team.
15, love.
Watch Delmonico there on the bottom right-handed side of your screen. She's already moved into the service line.
Fault. 15 all.
They're looking for a shorter, slower serve so they can both go in.
And this is going to be the plan. Don't let Lauren Gebbia hit off the deck. Make her hit out of the screens. Don't give her a whack at the ball like that.
Good timing,
Yes.
Lauren. Huh? You are sharp this early in the
15-30.
morning. So the net team up of both sides is really going to have soft hands absorbing the pace of the drives because, like I said, it is quite warm and sunny. And if they squeeze their grip too hard or go forward, put any kind of forward motion
30
on that
all.
volley off of a big drive, the ball's going to fly.
Gonna
Good control and pace on that volley
40,
by Annika.
30.
There'll be a lot of transition. A lot of transition plays. We're going to see a lot of one up, one back, but both teams are really looking to blitz and come in. Lauren, there's the overhead of Gebbia that we talked about that
Dude.
also Gio likes to hit. We're on the left side of the net. They play with danger because they like to hit that overhead and try to catch the deuce court player in the nick. But there's very little court to work with. So
But she does it so often. I feel like she thinks
Advantage,
and she
Delmonico,
makes it most
Gebbia.
of the time. So it's a shot she's comfortable with going with.
nice
Deuce.
sneak attack by Brzova. She is stealth-like. She sneaks in.
Be interesting to see if they don't change their formation when they're serving to Gebbia. It's not.
Put Delmonico on the left.
Yeah.
Normally they do.
Yeah.
Delmonico has a lot of variety on her overheads.
She also, you know, has a pretty Eastern grip, but she doesn't spin the ball so much, but she moves it around and changes the pace beautifully.
Advantage, Delmonico, Gebbia.
Another break opportunity for Delmonico Gebbia.
And they're
See
going to play
again.
regular.
Delmonico constantly moving forward. And there's that,
Game, Delmonico,
that
Gebbia.
big rip. If
Games are
Gebbia
1-all
gets
first
a
set.
hold of that ball and rips it, unless Brzova and Anika are right on the net and quiet, they're better off letting it go through because that ball is just so hard to control.
Love 15.
That's a great shot. You can see we're at the Indian Trail Club, and what a magnificent setup we have here. They have 10 courts, and you can see the members there where they've got bleachers up.
Love 30.
And that there's a restaurant and like a hangout room with a fireplace. They have great viewing of their paddle courts. They have 24 teams in the Jersey League, between men and women, and I think 80 juniors. It's just a wonderful program headed by Director of Platform Tennis Mike Gillespie. And of course, Anna Brzova being the head pro here for Platform Tennis, and will have a lot of home crowd support. Smart bail by Gebbia. Oh,
There's a taste of the
Love
spin
40.
that Annika can use.
you see Delmonico at net, staying down low.
15, 40.
That's the stuff Roxy Anika's got to tighten up.
Yep.
Like that's
Fault.
to give away
Game
on that
Brzova,
return of serve. Just
Annika,
too
they
big.
lead
Just
2 games to
put
1.
it in the
First
court.
set.
Get your team in the point.
Well, I think we can say after 3 games that it's not going to be easy to hold today.
Yeah. And I don't think there's going to be a lot of lobbing. I
No.
have not seen a lot of lobbing yet.
I think Anna Brzova would like to hit some lobs, as would Delmonico, but Gebbia's going to keep the lobbing to a minimum, and if there's all this poaching going on, there's not going to be a whole lot of opportunity. There's going to be a lot of fast exchanges at the net and a lot of big returns.
Now, Brzova she's got a very good offensive lob, so she will build the point with her lobbing and try to find a weakness and get them out of position, set up Roxy's big drive.
If she gets the opportunity.
Yeah.
$15 love.
So this is side. Brzova is serving right into the sun on this side.
And right into Gebbia's forehand, which may be a bigger problem. Thought about sneaking in.
You can see that 3 in a row, deep lobs, getting their feet out of the service box, waiting for the right ball to pounce. They're looking for something short or hard off the screen that'll move them forward. Not that. I think Brzova
15
knows
all.
that. Like, wait for a shot that's bringing you forward. So I think
15,
Brzova's got to
30.
stay back. I mean, the setup, the ball's just sitting up on her serve. She doesn't have any spin or much pace on the serve, and it's going to be hard to keep it low, even though she may get it deep.
So here, now she's just going to end up going back anyway.
Yeah,
See?
it's just a scramble.
Yeah.
So
15, 40.
whether Annika stays up at net or not, or poaches or not,
30,
Anna's
40.
got choices. Brzova's got choices.
Yeah, now I think they're doing eye and she should stay back. Glad she listened.
Yep, just get your team into the point.
Yeah. I mean, she's coming in, it's fine, she's quick, she can get back, but she's just coming in to run back if she comes in.
Game Delmonico, Gebbia.
All right,
Games are
so
2
we
all
have our
first set.
4th break in a row.
Pretty convincing breaks, all 4 of them.
Let's carry Delmonico in the visor. Oh, I think she changed her mind there. Gebbia looked like she was
Love
going to
15.
hit the overhead and the ball dropped too low.
Yes. 15 all. Just long. It's long. 15-30.
Oh,
15-40.
Delmonico absorbed the return, only to be foiled by the let cord.
So yesterday when we were watching Brzova and Annika, just reminding everybody, this is the first tournament they have played together, and they both felt that the communication was key. And you can hear Brzova calling again every ball. She kind of took on that role, which was no surprise there. She's very clear in what she wants
30,
to do.
40.
And she's just more communicative than Annika. And Annika's fine with it. They're on the same page. They're good friends. Nice scrambling.
Oop. All right. Deuce.
Deuce.
Carrie Delmonico's got a good serve and a good first volley.
I think she has a great serve.
Yeah, she could be the
She's
first person to hold in this match.
so consistent and deep.
And she's very confident in it. She misses one.
Advantage
she knows she's gonna make the
Brzova,
next one.
Annika.
She doesn't get, some people start to get all stressed about it if they miss a couple serves and then they miss more and more. That never happens to her.
No, she's not a stressor.
No.
Nice poach there. Oh, actually, it wasn't a
Deuce.
poach. It was a reach, but Gebbia had control of it. And Delmonico, Gebbia also, they have their hands full when Roxy hits those drives because those balls are heavy.
Advantage Brzova, Annika.
Gebbia's got to get on the net. Oh, you see Delmonico there. I don't know if you picked that up. She was grabbing Gebbia at net to get her to change sides because that's where they want to be. Delmonico wants to be on the left, taking most of these overheads. Maybe we can grab that on replay.
Game Brzova, Annika. They
You know,
lead
sometimes
3
you
games
just
to
got to
2
do what you got to
first set.
do with
Yeah,
your partner, you know.
and Carrie's definitely the communicator on that team.
Yes.
She often talks right through a point to her partner and is very clear about strategy.
And generally, when you're making a switch at net, you want the player who's hitting the overhead to make the call because they're the ones, you know, who know if they're going to hit an overhead that's going to give your team time to either change sides by hitting it slower and deeper down the middle or being able to get the ball into the side back screen. When you make the switch, you need time. Okay, so we've had 5 breaks in a row.
Love 15.
And Roxy Annika is serving. I'm not sure if that return of serve was staying in. It was a little high.
Carrie Abuse, who's going to be playing with Carrie Delmonico in Rochester, who's played with her quite a bit, said that's what Carrie does to Carrie when they play together, only she pushes her right off the court.
15 all.
And she would know.
30-15.
Excellent work in transition there by
40-15.
Anika. She had to go back to get the Gebbia return. She came right back in, hit a tough low volley in transition, and now has 2 game points on her serve as a result.
That would be our first hold for the match. Well, the pace is slowed down a little bit more calibrated. More about the placement, and of course the pace has slowed down because the balls are not going to Lauren Gebbia.
Right.
And there's the hold, 4-2. All right, let's take a look at that replay quickly. You can watch Delmonico. She's got Lauren by the arm and she wants her to
Brzova,
change.
Annika. Love 15.
Ooh.
15 all.
And you can see behind on court 2, we also have the men's premier event going on. And I believe that's Lepever and Prosetsko playing Chavinsky McNerney. And we'll be bringing you scores to the other matches. There's actually another tournament as well, the Men's Open. So we have 3 tournaments going on, APTA Grand Prix Series here at the Indian Trail Club, the Lake Invitational. And we'll talk a little bit about that
Hold on.
new format
Am I wrong?
later on.
Sorry, thank you. $30-40.
So that's 30-40. Delmonico, Gebbia. Gebbia is serving. Nice shot of Delmonico. You see how she kept her eye on the ball. There's a roller overhead that Brzova hit to her, and it's so important when you're getting turned around, taking that ball off the backside screen, that you turn with your eyes on the ball.
Game
Okay.
Brzova, Annika.
So Brzova Enica held and then consolidated the break, or however you call that when it's in
Ladies,
reverse.
I need
But
your.
5-2.
What's the set score? I might have marked something wrong. 5-2? Yes, I did. I'm sorry. Games are 5-2, first set, new ball.
Viking Athletics is the premier brand and the undisputed leader in platform tennis. Viking is platform
Well,
tennis.
that's the one you warmed
The
up
Viking
with.
Extra Duty platform ball has been the #1 selling ball in the industry for the last 20 years. It is the official ball of the APTA, of the APTA Nationals and President's Cup, and of the Grand Prix Tour. The official paddle of the APTA, engineered to provide superior feel and the perfect balance of power, control, spin, and durability. The Viking paddle is the official paddle of the APTA Nationals, the President's Cup, and of the Grand Prix Tour.
And you see Brzova is taking some practice serves because they're putting a new ball in play every 7 games.
Love 15.
All right, so let's take a look and see what Brzova is going to do on Gebbia's return. Maybe she's still going to continue to try and come in or stay back.
She's sort of half coming in, which I think is a better plan. When she's coming all the way in, she's just running back again. This way, at least she's closer to.
All right, and they have Delmonico Gebbia in the position that they want again, with Delmonico
Love
on
30.
Gebbia's left, so she can take most of the overhead. She's got a lot of spin and a lot of variety, and she also can trick you with her pace. She's
It's more
got
her pace, I think. It's not a big spinner, but she
No,
changes
she's-
the pace and the trajectory of the ball beautifully.
No, I think it is spin. I mean, I think it's not, she doesn't have a heavy, hard spin, but she's got that little bit of a cut that fakes you. You think it's
Yeah.
going to be flat, and then she pushes it behind you. So, not the traditional heavy roller cut, but her combination of both spin and speed makes the baseline player uncomfortable. And she can hold the ball really well. Nice close by Delmonico, and then Gebbia threw up the lob and got her out of trouble because she was 2-on-1 there. Great combination of overhead placement by Annika. You can see she's going. Oh, there it is. Oh, replay on that, please. She tried hard yesterday to find that bite on the ball, and
Yesterday she hit one of those in the back fence.
yes,
But
we all
she
held
got
our
it.
breath.
Got it good today. That was a good example of it.
And the build up to that was fabulous. I mean, she
yeah.
hit some hard third panel slam, which pulled Gebbia out into the middle. It was a side back, and then she slid it behind her, aiming for the singles line. It became a backside. A little confusion there.
15-40.
I was confused. I didn't understand.
I think Anna just went, and
Yeah.
then halfway through said, "Oh, Roxy, I'm switching."
Two break points.
Again, you saw Brzova
30-40.
hit that volley and then duck down and slide across in front of Annika, setting up Annika to take the overheads, because obviously she's feeling the ball a lot better today. Hitting a lot more
Okay.
spin.
Now let's see if Brzova can get into the point here. Well,
They can handle the return
Yeah.
to serve.
and it's easier for Roxy to hit that first volley because she's not running in at the time. She can stay still.
Yep, you can see Annika then load up her legs
Yep.
for that overhead, because the overhead, you know, so often the people focus on the racket, the direction of the racket, but if you've got to be balanced from below, you know, you've got to have your legs balanced, set, and loaded, comes from the ground up.
Advantage Delmonico, Gebbia.
Yeah, again, that serve is just sitting right up in the point of contact that Delmonico likes, a little bit higher, and she can hit right down on the ball.
Deuce.
It's really been all about Anika's spin overhead coming into play here. She's really found her range.
There it is again. Yeah, once
Advantage
Brzova and
Brzova,
Annika get
Enica.
into these points, they're having a tremendous amount of success at the net. It's weathering this first shot. That's the issue.
Good call by Brzova.
So I guess the question is this.
Deuce.
If you're Brzova and Annika, do you give up the net when Brzova's serving? You're giving up your huge advantage because you're doing so well when you're at the net. It's a tough, but if you don't get into the point, you have no chance.
Right. I think I want to keep Annika at the net and have Brzova stay back.
Advantage Delmonico, Gebbia.
I'd like to Delmonico, find Anna, right? That's the returner serve should go. Find Brzova. She's the one that's coming into net. Find her feet. Make her have to hit that first volley up.
Deuce.
So that's 2 quick points. But I'm sure Delmonico Gebbia will want back. Let's see what happens on this returner serve.
Advantage Delmonico, Gebbia.
Yeah, well, the last 2 quick points that Delmonico's returned have gone her way.
Game Delmonico, Gebbia. Brzova and Enica will lead 5-3. First set.
All right, we're going to replay here of that cut from Annika. See how that ball hit the deck and broke left. It's going to make our highlight reel, so you'll be seeing it again. I can't wait to see all the team practices Monday morning when they're trying to practice that shot.
15 all.
Okay, so you can see how important it is to play Australian when you've got someone who's returning the ball so well. It causes confusion for the receiver. So when the receiver is dialed in and can
15,
pick
30.
a specific spot and just keep going to that clear mark, they'll keep making the shot. But when you create movement by playing Australian, and one moment the player's there, one moment they're not, it makes them think. They hesitate. It can take away the sharpness of the return.
Brzova and Annika have to be careful here. They had a big lead, and it can very quickly evaporate.
You can see Delmonico Gebbia have not switched at net. Nice deep lobs. Good hold there on that backhand from
30.
Brzova.
Yeah, nice short swing.
And again, that ball was relatively high off of the back screen, so it sets up an opportunity. Bring the ball down.
Game and first first set,
Yep.
Brzova, Enica.
I just think you're much better off Delmonico being on the left. She's got more variety, more control, and that gives Brzova Annika the first set. So we'll see what happens. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with the second set here at the APTA first Grand Prix tournament of the season. The two seeds for the Lake Invitational at our first Grand Prix stop on the APTA tour is Kerry Delmonico and Lauren Gebbia. So listen, we're talking about pre-tournament routine, and you've got a lot of experience, a lot of firepower in there. What separates your preparation, you think, from the other teams?
Well, unlike Charlotte, who's doing push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, we're not doing that.
No.
We're going to work on the mental. That's what we're doing. So we're really, Lauren and I, we talk about our opponents at length, and we just discuss, where we should be going, who's going to be taking the overheads, are we going to switch? So what do you think, partner?
It's usually a nice phone conversation on our drive to our first round.
Okay.
And we roll in, we have our game plan, and we get on the court.
Could we talk about the...
The sun? Yeah, we had a slight issue last tournament.
Yeah. So
my overhead queen over here could not see a ball, so I was stuck taking every overhead.
Okay, so we've got our equipment checked,
We've
because
got
that's
our
got to be part
bag
of
check,
the prep.
bag check.
Bag check. All right, so
Sunglasses are in there.
Yeah.
So you're pretty set, right?
We're ready to go.
Luckily, it's
Alright.
cloudy today.
Yep.
We're gonna dial in and check back with you a little bit later. Good luck in the
Perfect.
tournament.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you later. We're supposed to get Annika. Okay, welcome back to the APTA Grand Prix Series. We're in the women's final, the first set. Annika Brzova, who are about ready to serve. And that was like a fun little video that we did yesterday. And you will notice from that Delmonico and Gebbia have their sunglasses on.
15 love.
They were all very prepped and concerned that they wouldn't be able to see in the sun. But 3 out of the 4 players actually are wearing sunglasses.
15 all. Thirty, 15. Forty, 15.
Okay. Here we are in the first game of the second set. I'm sure Brzova and Annika would love to get a hold. And that's a great way to start.
Game
Holds have
Brzova,
not been easy to
Annika.
come by.
They lead 1 game to love, second set. Brzova Enica won the first set 6 games to 3.
All right, and joining us in the booth, we have a guest commentator. Welcome, Annika Cooper.
Hi, Jerry. Hi, Lauren.
How
Hi,
are you?
Annika.
So, Annika, we're sorry that you're out for a little bit, recovering from an elbow injury that you've had during the summer, but we're looking forward to your return, and it's a bonus for us, because we'd love to have some of your insights on
15.
this match. You saw the first set.
Yes. Some exciting points there in the first. I thought maybe they'd make a little comeback there.
Love,
It looked
30.
like it. It looked like they had the momentum, but Brzova played a couple excellent points at the end.
So, Kerry Delmonico serving. We were just commenting that Kerry Delmonico's got a great serve. Would you
Love,
agree?
40.
Having played against her?
Yes, it stays nice and low, so it's not easy to get it back down low at her. So I think it's a solid serve.
It's not a great serve in the sense that she's, hitting it off 3 screens and hitting
Game
winners. It's
Brzova,
a great
Annika.
serve in the sense that it's very consistent,
They lead
and
2
she
games
sets
to
herself
love.
up for a
Second set.
very
Yeah.
makeable first volley.
Gets the job done.
Well, and she can place it.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
got great placement. That's what, under pressure. She's not a front runner server. You can pretty much count on her having a strong serve no matter what the score is.
That being said, she hasn't held yet in this match.
But not from faulting.
Nope. Neither she nor her partner has held, and now that they're down 2 love, they're going to have to find a way to hold to get back into this
Love
match.
15.
All right, so this is what we've been talking about and commenting on is when Brzova is serving to Gebbia. What can she do to negate that big drive and get her team into the point? Annika, you know what it feels like to receive Gebbia's return of serve.
Yeah, I don't know if she's tried staying back
Yep.
on a,
The problem is they don't want to give up the net. So,
30.
but she hits it so hard that sometimes
Yeah.
you can get back there and then drive it off the back screen and come back in. I don't know if but they're
they've
so
done a little bit of
fast,
that. Yep.
Roxy and
Yep.
Anna. They can do that, and I know Roxy likes to hit a drive off the back screen. So if one of them gets back there, they can do that play. But if Lauren's gonna hit it 1,000,000 miles an hour, it's a good idea sometimes to let it go through and then come back.
So look, Roxy
15,
Anika's
30.
overhead has been a determining factor in this match so far. She's really been able to calibrate and hit different spins. Yesterday she was, mishitting them a little bit.
Okay.
We saw a couple on the fly
Yeah.
into the back screen, but today she really seems to have a hold of it. How tough is her overheads to handle?
Well, one thing you don't want to do is let Anika get in front of the service
15,
line
40.
to hit an overhead. I think if you have any chance, if you're going to hit a weakish lob, you don't want it to be to her. If she can step in and do what she wants with the ball, she has such variety. And on top of that, if you can get her moving a little behind the service line, she often hits on her back foot more exaggeratedly than others too. So right there, she's kind of off the back. So if you can get her going back and then get the next one down on her feet, that's a great play. But you don't want her in front of the service line.
That was right on cue,
Annika.
Annika, because Gebbia Delmonico just hit a combination of lobs that had Anika hitting her overheads from outside the service box, and then you saw she pressed a little too much on that last one and,
Yep.
and popped it
Hit
long.
it a little too hard.
Uline is the leading distributor shipping industrial and packing materials to business throughout North America. They ship over 2.5 million boxes every day, but they are so much more than a box company. More than 32,000 quality products are always in stock and ready to ship.
Love 15. All.
That's the risk of the blitz. Nobody's home if it gets by you.
Yeah.
Well,
But I really like to
15,
see
30.
Brzova hitting that lob down the line and looking to blitz. I saw her do that yesterday a couple times. I think that's
Yeah, she loves that play.
so much fun.
Yeah.
And she gets it works well for her a lot.
And I don't know if you noticed, she's usually smiling when she's coming in behind that. I mean, she really
It's fun
wants
to
that
come-
ball hit at her.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't drive a lot. She's usually lobbing,
30
lobbing to try to get an opportunity. So it's, I think, fun. It's fun for me to come forward at the proper time. And so when she knows when she hits a great lob that she can move forward and her partner is behind her to cover. Anika's so fast
30,
that
40.
she can, if the ball gets through, she can get it. But how much fun is it to be able to come in and take advantage of a great lob
Two.
instead of just waiting for them to miss or do some.
No, she generates offense with her lob placement.
Gebbia's missed a few serves this game, and Delmonico's saying to her, it's fine, it's fine. And, you know, they're still in the game. It's deuce, and she's going to shrug it off. It's always nice when you're having serving issues, when your partner seems unconcerned.
Advantage Delmonico, Gebbia.
And look, you know, a few errors, and now she's got game point.
Another strength of Delmonico is her mental toughness. I mean, we always talk about
Again,
Dardis and Shea as a
Delmonico,
team and
Gebbia.
their mental toughness, but Delmonico's right there with them. It
Games are
does
2
not
all,
matter
second
what the
set.
score is. She is not going to give up. She's not going to stop trying to calculate and figure out and outmaneuver. Sometimes she's got a lot of maneuvers, and the execution is a little tough, but she's always mentally in the game.
And for all of Roxy's brilliance, she just made a few bad errors. You know, sometimes it's hard to be so talented. Too many shots, too many things you can do and want to do. Anyway, after all those missed serves, Gebbia was the first person to hold on their team in this match, putting them right back in it.
That's the
Unusual.
two really unforced errors that Brzova's made, is hitting that backhand that's deep in the court. She knows she shouldn't hit it.
Yeah.
If she's going to take it, it's got to be a short ball moving in, not from the baseline like that off of a deep ball.
Oh. Lob 30.
This is probably the biggest point of the match right here. Kind of feel like if Delmonico Gebbia can break.
Well, Brzova and Annika were cruising. They were cruising along, and all of a sudden, errors are creeping in.
15, 30. $15.40.
A tactical error by Annika. She's got to throw up a lob when her Brzova's on the service line. She's got no prayer of getting out of the way of that volley. The pace of play has picked up to favor Gebbia and Delmonico.
Delmonico.
And there again,
Gebbia,
it
they
was
lead
exactly
3
like
games to
we were
2.
saying. Anika's all the way
Second
back,
set.
and then Gebbia is able to get her on
Good ball.
to the ball at her feet on the next shot because she didn't do enough with the overhead, keep it deep enough.
Sometimes after you win the first set, maybe a player will start going for a little more than they think or not be as disciplined, so and then fall into the pace of the other team. It's hard to sometimes keep that focus and stay disciplined coming off winning the first set.
But they won the first set and then won the first 2 games the next set. They were
Yeah.
maybe seeing the finish line.
And feeling, okay, let me go for a little more and coming out of their strategy.
Wait, what? 1 second, please. Is that your serve?
Yes.
Thank you.
That's
Yeah,
unusual.
yeah.
None of them
I'm not
Whoops.
wrong all the
realized.
time.
Brzova's probably
know
happy.
what that
Doesn't
does
have
for
to now serve.
the deep serve.
15 love.
Just bring you some quick score updates. It was almost a huge upset. The number 1 seeds were down 2 match points in the
men's,
third
in the
set.
men's.
Yep, in the men, in the premier event. And they were managed to eke it out 7-6 in the third over Bibkov and Volclair. It was a great match. So they are through.
30 love.
And they'll meet Croker and Hume. Baxter Murphy are lined up to meet Araya Morneau. Compton Kaler will meet Crick and Lothgren. And Lepaver, Pretensko playing Chavinsky McNerney. That is in the men's
Great job.
quarterfinals that are going on right now. So we'll try to get you some
40
score
love.
updates. A lot of action here at the APTA Grand Prix event at the Lake Invitational.
And in this match, the momentum is completely changed.
40,
And
15.
Annika and Brzova have to find a way to get that spark back. A little energy going.
She might start looking at the huge crowd.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of her members are here.
Forty, 30.
Okay, from 40 love to 40-30.
Big serve by Delmonico. They're down the tee deep, so Annika couldn't take it off the deck, but hit the screen, and right now it's still warm, so that ball is at shoulder height coming off of the screen. Got a lucky let cord.
I really think this is a huge game, which is not that insightful, but oh, it went out.
That was, Delmonico's pretty proud of
Yeah.
herself
It is.
right now,
Go
because that was
Gebbia.
a calculated bounce.
It would have been a great lob if it had stayed in.
So of course the ball hit the court and went out of the court, so it's a loss of point.
Deuce.
Annika, how difficult is it to slow down the pace of play when Gebbia is firing
Ball's
with so
correct.
much pace?
Yeah, especially on a warm day, and you want to
Advantage,
get
Brzova,
into
Annika.
the rhythm. She hits it harder. You want to hit it harder back. It's not easy. Just have to remember, I think, sometimes that you have more time than you think. You don't have to rush hitting the ball.
And of course you've got the screen.
Right?
And
Let it go
Brzova,
off the
Annika.
screen, then wait
Games
until
are
the
3
ball's
all,
at the
second
right
set.
contact point, and perhaps hit a few more lobs, then driving it right back at her, depending on where she is, where they are on the court, and make them hit a few more overheads.
How big was that break?
It was, well, they were, I mean, Delmonico was up 40 love serving. Looked like they were going to take a 4-2 lead, and now it's, the
Love
complexion's
15.
changed again, but now Brzova's got a hold.
And here we are again talking about Brzova serving to Gebbia. She's got to be. They've got to be clearer.
Yeah,
What
I
they
mean,
can-
she's had problems serving to Delmonico too. It's tough for her to get in there, and there you go. That's, you try to place it too well or
Love
make it
30.
too good, you start to fault.
And you see Brzova's got a very compact motion. She really, over the years, has gotten the ball toss lower, preparation shorter, very little, just almost a straightforward
Love
push.
40.
Just
Yeah, I
be able
always
to
thought
keep it
hers,
deep and
hers
control
in
it.
particular is tough to
Pardon me?
return. Her serve in particular, Brzova's, is always tough because I like to take it early and try to get it down at the feet, but she hits it with a good pace and very low that I don't like it as much as other
Yeah.
serves because it's not easy to take advantage. She comes in very quick.
Right. She's gives herself enough time to get in quickly behind it, and she's such a great
Yeah.
volleyer. You see that push overhead from Delmonico. Just all gives her placement and depth. Just trying to keep it away from the big Annika hits. Delmonico Gebbia are the defending champions of the Lake Invitational. They won this event last year. This year it's a Grand Prix.
Here comes Brzova.
Game Delmonico.
You don't like that one, do you,
Gebbia.
Jay?
I don't. You saw my hands
Yeah.
go up
Lead
in the air.
4
That's that
games to 3,
trying to
second set.
drive off the back
Behind.
foot from
Yeah,
the
off the back
backhand
foot.
deep.
Yep.
And,
The
and they
first
played a
set,
good
6 games to
point. I
3.
mean, they were, anytime they can scramble,
Yep.
they're in it. But
Right.
taking that drive off of her backhand, falling backwards, that's
It's never good. Unless they're way back behind the service line, is it ever a good idea? No.
it's hard to generate pace, you know, too, because then someone's going to, it's a perfect opportunity to get dropped, even
Right.
if you make it. But Brzova has hit 3 into the net, I believe. I'm sure she'll tell me about it after the match. But I must say, you know, for a team that has not played a tournament together before, there doesn't seem to be any confusion today with Brzova and Enica who's taking what ball.
No, it's helpful that they're both so fast because, like on that one, it wasn't such a clear cover. I don't think Annika knew that.
Well, the ball was
Brzova-
good. Ball was in. From the
Oh.
outside of the line.
Overruled by the umpire.
15
Mark
love.
Bliss making a clear call. Is very experienced umpire from New Jersey. Makes such a difference having the umpire in the
30 love.
takes the pressure off the players. And they're not calling the lines, but they will overrule when asked, which I believe Kerry did.
40 love.
She did.
Black cord service winner. Give a chance to go up 5-3.
Game Delmonico Gebbia. They
Big
lead 5
holding.
games to 3, second set.
Back to your point, Lauren, the energy has not come back up for Brzova, Annika. Got to get their feet going.
Fifteen love.
Did somebody say nice serve then?
Gary.
15 all.
It was probably Carrie. She jokes around a lot on the court.
Oh.
15 15-30.
It's a tough game to serve. Trying to stay in the set.
Yeah, Brzova needs to get back there and talk to Roxy
Yeah.
and pump her up. Give her some confidence. It's okay.
30 all.
That'll help too.
I feel like Annika has been serving better just recently. She used to in the past go for bigger
Yeah.
serves more often, I think. And so seeing her place it well at a good pace, I think she's been serving well. She just had a couple faults. But
She hasn't been going for those big serves yesterday too. I think maybe she hit one or two, but for the most part, this is a much safer serve.
How about that twirling backhand overhead from Annika? Can we grab that? Show the athleticism.
A casual get into the net by Carrie Delmonico. No panic, no rush.
I was happy to see Annika throw up a lob that
Yeah.
time when she ran it down.
Set point.
Yeah, stop moving their feet, and Delmonico, Gebbia are all
30-40.
fired up. .30-40.
I can't call it on this side.
Oh.
Game and second set. Delmonico, Gebbia. 6-3.
All right, so we've tied it up. We're going to go into the second set. I believe we might have
2 minutes.
another fun clip. Oh, no, we're going to show that later? Okay, so we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back with the third set, the women's final, here at the Lake Invitational.
You can't put wings on a car. You can't see an accident coming. Or walk away from one like this. You can't make a car talk.
How can I help you?
You can't fight gravity. And you can't make one of the world's best SUVs even better. Go on, tell us what else we can't do. The all-new GLS.
Are we ready to go?
Possibly the safest, most spacious, most Mercedes SUV ever made. Mercedes-Benz. The best or nothing.
The world of Rolex is filled with stories of perpetual excellence. For Rolex and tennis, the tradition began in 1978 and has grown to include the most iconic majors and tournaments since, supporting the legends, champions, and rising stars committed to the future of the game. This is a story of perpetual excellence, the story of Rolex.
I play to be a role model in my neighborhood.
I play to be part of the team. I play to be stronger than my brothers.
I play to channel my energy in a positive way.
I play because the field is where I shine. I play to be a part of something bigger than myself. I play to stay healthy.
I play to feel powerful.
I play to win.
Okay, welcome back. We're at the start of the third set, the women's final, between Roxy Anika and Anna
12-15.
Brzova, and Kerry Delmonico and Lauren Gebbia. They split sets. Delmonico's serving.
all.
Here with Lauren Mandel and Annika Cooper, our guest announcer. All right, so it's really important for Brzova and Annika to get their energy back and start strong Because Delmonico Gebbia have all the momentum going into this third set. Some guest appearances there, but they're both athletic, so they got out of trouble. And
30-15.
This happened yesterday too. I think Roxy has to get back to basics.
Yeah.
She was playing so well, doing everything so well, but under control.
big
Good.
return of serve.
Good way to redeem herself there.
Yes.
30 all.
Because
Yeah.
she doesn't need the razzle dazzle. I mean,
Right.
those shots are great, but she doesn't need it.
Right, you've got to build the point. And also you've got to build your confidence.
Yeah.
You know, they're a little bit down, and they need to just be consistent and make the shots.
$30, $40.
Oh, I think it's fun to try. I always like to see when they try, and of course when you miss, it's not good, and then when you make it, it looks great. It's tough to decide. She's a little far
Football.
back on that, but I like to see
Game
her hitting
Brzova,
those. I think
Enica.
it's fun.
They lead one
Yeah.
game to love.
I just think when
Third
you've
set.
lost the set and
I agree.
you need to try to get your way back into it, you don't want to lose a point like that.
Here's the replay of Roxy Anika's twirling backhand overhead.
You teaching that one?
I don't think so. Don't ask me. So Raya Morneau just got the first set 7-6 over Baxter Murphy in the men's premier. And Chavinsky McNerney up 6-3, 5-2 over Leprever Persensko.
No.
That was a nice lob that pulled her.
Love
over
15.
to the middle.
Clearly, Anika should have gone back down the middle there. It's hard to hit that sideline when you're leaping.
They should
15 all.
decide who's coming in, I think, because only one of them needs to come in on that. Yeah, well, they had that great return, and then nobody was in. So a lot of times with my partner and I,
30,
we decide
15.
before whoever's returning who's going to follow it in if it's a good return, so that at least somebody's up there to catch the blitz if it has an
Speaking of your
opportunity.
partner, who
Hi,
is your partner?
Florentina, if you're out there.
I'm sure she's enjoying listening to your explanation of what's going on here.
40, 15.
I think she's on an extra special adventure this weekend, so I don't know that she's watching now, but probably later. We love to watch all the live stream matches. We watch them over and over and try to learn as much as we can. We love live streams.
40, 30.
Nice drive from Delmonico there. Really got Brzova having to reach.
That serve was really short. Kerry was like 2 feet from the net when she hit that.
Game Brzova, Annika. They lead 2 games to love. Third set.
Back where we were in the second set, 2-love for Brzova and Nika.
Love 15. Love 30.
Oh, that hurts.
15,
Yeah.
30.
You have it all teed up there. That time, Gebbia stays back, waits till the ball goes through, comes in. Whoop. Hard to hit that ball when you're moving sideways.
30 all.
It's a really good bait overhead by Delmonico. She was very close to the net. Hit that shot and had Brzova needed to go on a 45-degree angle to cut it off.
30, 40. Game Brzova, Annika. They lead 3 games to love.
Big
Third
momentum
set.
swing back for Brzova
ball.
and Enica. You can see you just need to hang in there. Cut down on the unforced errors. And we are in full sun.
Feels like summer.
It does, quite balmy, which is going to affect the play. There we are. Look, good shot of the crowd, and you can see where's those guys? You can see our guys out of the ENET crew. We're sitting right next to the court.
Whoop.
Oh, wow. Huge opportunity
Kick
there.
15
Gebbia
love.
just needed to roll that down. Tough
very
sometimes to
exciting.
control the adrenaline.
When it
Right,
gets
Annika?
exciting, get that short ball. It's
Yep.
hard to slow down the pace. Not easy.
Another
15 all.
backhand.
At least that one she was moving
Yeah, she
forward.
was.
Right? She just
And she's
swung.
made a couple good backhands moving
Yes.
forward. And she's allowed to miss.
So 5 all. I
30,
lost that in the sun.
15.
It dropped in. Yep. It's waiting for another ball to go over the back screen.
Forty, 15.
Great roller from Roxy and Annika.
She might have stayed back after
40,
she hit
30.
that. Might have been a good idea. She couldn't get herself back into position at the net. If you're pulled way back like that, maybe continue and bail.
Brzova closing right on top of that net.
Game Brzova, Annika. They lead 4 games to love. 3rd set. Fault. Love 15.
All right, what's Delmonico Gebbia got to do here to get on the board?
Well, they have to
15
hope for a
all.
little of that, errors. That's what helped them in the second set. And they just have to keep sticking to their game plan, which was working really well.
30-15.
Just so important to get those first 3 hits. Serve, return, first volley, or serve, return, play it off the deck. Get your team into the point.
Brzova and Annika have
40-15.
been very up and down in this match, and Delmonico and Gebbia have to see if they can weather it and get one more chance to get in here.
Game Delmonico
That was a quick
Gebbia.
hold.
Yeah, so
Brzova Annika
what,
lead
3
4
return
games
to
to
serve
1.
errors.
Third set.
You give Delmonico Gebbia an opening, they'll take it.
Yeah. Hughes and Powers won the first set.
Love 15.
Good call by Gebbia. That ball was flying out. Delmonico was ready to cover her.
Oh,
What a chase.
15 all.
See, Annika hit that ball. We saw her hit that yesterday too, but she hit it right at the backcourt player.
Thirty 15. Mm. 40-15.
Good duck by Brzova there.
$40-30.
I mean, all of these plays, the teams are putting themselves in a position of where they either win the point or lose the point.
Deuce.
It's a
As
tricky
opposed
moment.
to staying in the point.
Yeah, it's a
You win
tricky
the point or
moment
you're
here now.
Still in the point. It's a lot of high risk
Yeah.
play.
Yeah, so
Advantage Delmonico Gebbia.
now that Brzova and Annika have gone from 2 points for a 5-1 lead to looking at a break. And more importantly, giving Delmonico Gebbia a new lease on life here.
Right. See how Annika sets her paddle so early and that ball off the screen, and then really let that ball come out so it's between her and the net. And she had the options. She could see where her opponents were. She could drive it or lob it, and she really held the ball to the last minute. Okay, back to deuce. Great
Advantage
pressure by
Delmonico
Lauren Gebbia. You feel that player coming in behind it, and you're the volleyer having to volley up.
Yeah, on off a good return. It's brutal.
Yeah, they might try a different strategy on the serve.
Game Delmonico Gebbia.
So
Brzova
from
Annika lead 4 games to 2.
4-love,
Third set.
we are now at 4-2. Again, maybe the loose couple of returner serves is enough to change the momentum. And now
Love
Gebbia
15.
is serving, and she's struggled with her serve today. She's thrown in a few faults. Delmonico's overhead, so well placed.
Love 30.
I love to see that attempt at the drop shot. I think that's so underutilized. I always wish I would go for more drop shots when you see the players are too far back. So she went for it, and she didn't make a winner off it, but pulled
Love
them
40.
forward. Do something different.
Yeah, you're right. You've got to be right on the net to hit that drop shot.
Right.
Game Brzova, Annika. They lead 5 games
That's just
to
what
2,
the doctor
third
ordered
set.
for Brzova and Enica. An easy break. Can breathe a little bit again.
So 5-2, third set. We're in the women's final. Brzova and Enica defeated the number 1 seeds of Dallas and Shea yesterday in the semifinal. Delmonico Gebbia defeated the number 4 seeds, Jessica Gio and Myrta Mollenveld. So our next step on the APTA Grand Prix Tour will be the Chicago Charities. Looking forward to heading back out there. They always do a great job.
Oh.
15 love.
That's that fast feet, fast hands.
So excited.
Yeah.
It's so
yeah.
exciting, and you
Yeah.
get ahead of yourself. And
She had to play though.
a couple of more men's scores. Kaylor, Compton are heading for a third set, and Araya Morneau,
15
I
all.
believe, down 2-1 in the second set.
Kayla Compton are playing Crick and Loughran. Yeah, this men's, the Premier 16 team draw, there's no easy matches.
15-30.
Shot selection is so important, along with the speed of play.
That's
Oh, nice reset by Brzova.
15-40.
Gebbia got out of trouble there in the corner.
Did a good job.
Just looking to hit it. Huge
Game
returner serve by
Delmonico,
Delmonico.
Gebbia.
And they are
Brzova and Annika lead 5 games to 3,
5-3.
third set.
Delmonico serving.
Love 15.
Delmonico just checking her backhand volley.
That's not easy to just stay calm there
Good
with all
hand.
the
Love
stuff
30.
going on at the net.
But
Good
Annika
job.
did well. You know, she kept moving
Yeah.
forward and she kept her paddle up high. Didn't try to do too much with it.
it's still stayed
2
low,
points
but
from the
with battle
match.
high.
Hey everybody.
Well done.
15-30.
Kept the pressure on Annika there.
Good move by Brzova.
Mm-hmm.
To
Regroup. Keep her partner calm. 5:30. And that's the bravery of
15-40.
Brzova. She is fearless in pressure situations. She makes it happen. I've seen it time and time again.
And she sensed early that Annika was hitting that great return. She moved up quickly.
And there it is. Game, set, match.
Match and
Brzova,
2019
Annika.
Lake Invitational
6-3 in the
Women's
third.
Brzova, Annika, they win 6-3.
Well played by
3-6,
Delmonico
6-3.
and Gebbia. It was an
Congratulations,
entertaining
boys.
match. Lauren?
fun match to watch.
Yeah. Really, I mean, the conditions were warm. Annika,
Yeah.
thanks for
Oh, yeah.
joining us for
Thanks
the
for having me.
match.
That was so
and
much fun. I
We
love
look
watching.
forward to seeing your return on the circuit.
Yep, can't wait.
Yeah,
hope
come
that-
back soon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hope the
so
your recovery is quick, and we'll see you back
too.
on the court
be
with
back as soon as I can.
Florentina Haj. Okay.
I'll be
Good.
around. I'll be in Chicago.
All right, good. Well, we'll have you come in if you're not playing. We'll have you join us again, and we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to go down and interview the champions, and then we're going to come back and keep streaming with the men's premier and open events. All right.
You can't put wings on a car. You can't see an accident coming. Or walk away from one like this. You can't make a car talk.
How can I help you?
You can't fight gravity. And you can't make one of the world's best SUVs even better. Go on, tell us what else we can't do. The all-new GLS.
Are you ready to go?
Possibly the safest, most spacious, most Mercedes SUV ever made. Mercedes-Benz. The best or nothing.
The world of Rolex is filled with stories of perpetual excellence. For Rolex and tennis, the tradition began in 1978 and has grown to include the most iconic majors and tournaments since, supporting the legends, champions, and rising stars committed to the future of the game. This is a story of perpetual excellence, the story of Rolex.
I play to be a role model in my neighborhood.
I play to be part of the team.
I play to be stronger than my brothers.
I play to channel my energy in a positive way.
I play because the field is where I shine. I play to be a part of something bigger than myself.
I play to stay healthy. I play to feel powerful.
I play to win.
It's a 60-year love affair, as passionate as the day it began. It's where the dream and the reality are one and the same. It's safety in its most exhilarating form. It is the 2020 E-Class, the quintessential Mercedes-Benz, made new all over again. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
The Lake Invitational, Roxy Annika, Anna Brzova. Anna is especially excited, I think, because this is to win a match at your home club. The match was fabulous. Tell us about it.
Well, you know what? First of all, I love playing with Roxy because Roxy's a good friend of mine. So it's very important when you come on the court to play and match up with somebody that you're having fun, number one. And second, somebody that's easy going on the court and willing to strategize and kind of stick with it when you're going down and uphill. So it was awesome, especially winning it here at a home crowd.
And you guys, we talked yesterday. We had a little bit of fun yesterday with the interview, and we're going to show that. But you haven't played a tournament together before. So communication was a big thing. And so how did that work out for you?
I mean, once again, like I said yesterday, my goal was just to listen to Anna. And I mean, she's been playing for so long. I'm just tagging along and trying to catch up, but she's awesome. And we communicated really well. Like she said, I'm a good friend of hers, so on and off the court, we get along really well.
And Delmonico, Gebbia, they gave you a lot to handle. I mean, you came out, took the first set 6-3. They regrouped, took the second set. You're up 4-love. You weren't you weren't in the home stretch. They have the ability to come back. How did you handle the pace of Gebbia, the spin of Delmonico?
You know what it is? It's all about the unforced errors, obviously, in this game. So we started, obviously, being up, and then all of a sudden, they were more aggressive. They started blitzing a lot more, and they weren't giving us any errors. I think we were speeding up play, and then the way that we got back, we slowed it down. We came together, but they gave us a fight. They're an amazing team. It could have gone either way.
They did, and you found your spins. You found your overheads today. Was the temperature? Yeah, no, you did. The temperature, it's a little warmer, but you were able to hold on to that bite on your paddle.
Yeah, I was a little bit. In the first set, I came out more confident. Second set, I rushed a little bit. I was trying to do too much because that's how I'm playing. Third set, I came down a little bit and I found my game again. And like I said, I was talking to Anna. She told me not to hit it so hard because, Gebbia was teeing up on every back end of the side screen. So I tried to stay away from that shot, and it worked out.
Also, as a team, Lauren and Carrie like to play the fast game. So against teams, you have to see what the matchups are. And if they like the fast game, if you can kind of tone it down, you might be able to switch momentums and maybe come back and stay with it.
Well, you certainly did. Congratulations again, and we'll look forward to maybe seeing a little bit more of you guys during the season.
Watch the video, guys.
All right, I'm going to hand it back. We're going to take a break, and then we'll be back with more action from the men's premier event and the men's open event.